So, thank you, Sue. My name is Alison Galvin. Obviously, I'm HR Director of Invotra. Thank you to Sue from ALPS for organising this, the FSB and obviously the AAN. I'm also a member of the AAN, the Enterprise N3 Network. And very proud winners, as Sue said. We're extremely proud of it. So, who are Invotra? We are a Surrey-based company. We are internet and enterprise internet and portal providers to just over 47% of central government and local authorities. We have clients such as DWP at 90,000 users, the Home Office at 34,000 users, and Sierra Club in the USA at 77,000 users. Our apprenticeship story. So, going back over 9 years ago, we were a development company, and all of our resources were externally. They were external contractors, and they were based in the UK or across the world. And we wanted to grow our business, so that actually we need to bring talent in-house. So we started to look at the market, and very quickly realised that a lot of the market was targeted towards big London corporations. So of course this was a problem for SMEs. We had a real skills vacuum, so we actually had to bring people in, and obviously we were trying to compete. So that's how we came across the apprenticeship scheme, and we've never looked back. We took on 2 apprentices, and we've just grown our apprentice network, and it's just been absolutely fantastic for our business. Where do our apprentices fit in? We've got apprentices in pretty much quite a few areas of the business. They're involved in every part of what we do, so we give them plenty of exposure, which is very, very important. Our growth strategy is to have an apprentice in every single area of our business. And in point of fact that we've got 2 are on a senior management team currently, with one now has just become general manager of our consulting arm of the business that we've just taken on. How do we develop our workforce? We give them real world exposure. You can't just put them in a bubble and just not give them exposure to the real world and the real professional world. So they're really, really thrown in the deep end, but we make sure that they're supported, and actually they've got strong swimmers surrounding them, so they've got the support. We push them very, very hard, and because we push them really, really hard, the output is absolutely fantastic, because if you don't push hard, you're not going to get the output. Our pitfalls. So originally, we didn't have a proper structure in place. So what we've actually done is we've now put a very, very good framework in place. It's very well supported. Lisa over here helps with it. And what it actually does is it just means that we can then copy and paste, but adjust it according to the standard and the learner. Our learning is that we assumed that originally that the training provider and the apprentice would actually, deal with it all, and it would all kind of happen. At the end of the day, you just get this lovely, fully formed apprentice at the end of it. Actually, it's not. It is a 3-way split. The employer has got to put in as much effort into it, if not more. Do not make assumptions that actually it's covered off by the training provider or that it's covered off by the apprentice. Actually, it's not. That as an employer, you have a commitment to make sure that you develop them all the way through, and at the end of the day, you're going to have a fantastic, fully rounded, successful apprentice at the end of it if you put the commitment in. So looking beyond. So I'm not going to say what's our future for our apprenticeships. I'm actually going to talk about our apprentices who have they're either doing their apprenticeship or actually what they want to do in the future. So Billy, our first 2 apprentices that we took on, Billy Clackers and Nabila Dube, they joined us doing a level 3 software apprenticeship. Billy has now gone on to be head of product within our company, so he's moved away from software, so which is very typical that you do an apprenticeship and actually you don't end up doing the job, which is fine. But he is now doing a chartered management degree. He, like I said, he's on our senior management team, and he aspires to be a board member. He wants to own our product, so to have full responsibility for it, and basically to be Chief Operating Officer. So I need to tell our current Chief Operating Officer his job is directly. Jamie has, very similar to Billy, he joined in 2015. Jamie did a level 3. He, like I said, has now gone to become General Manager of our consulting side of the business. His aspirations again are to join the board of directors, but also eventually he wants to own his own company, which is great, and this is all part of his experience that actually will help him to achieve that. Ross Blythe he did a level 4 project management. He actually worked with me. I got him to do our office management, which was the biggest project that he could deal with, which was great. He is now doing a chartered management degree, like the other two, but he being in sales and being competitive, wants to become the youngest board member. So he's now, that's his edge, but eventually he wants to own his own company. And then finally, but not least, we've got Louis James, who's going to come up and he's going to speak now. Louis has just joined us 6 months ago, and he's doing a software tech apprenticeship. And Louis, I think, can then follow on, and you can tell everybody about what your aspirations are. Anyway, thank you everybody. Thank you for listening.
So, good morning everyone. My name's Louis James. I'm 18 years old, and today I'm going to be taking you through my journey as an apprentice and how I'll be looking beyond into the future after my apprenticeship. So, why did I choose an apprenticeship? Well, firstly, I was dissatisfied with college. I attended a local college. I studied BTEC Law and double BTEC Sport, two very different topics indeed. However, upon finishing my first year, I came to the realisation that college, it wasn't for me. My learning styles didn't suit college. I wasn't classroom or exam-based learning. I didn't enjoy it. I wanted to get straight into the workplace. Another thing was, I didn't want to go to university. Now, I know university, you pay quite a large fee and you come back with a qualification. However, I wasn't too keen on paying that fee to a place I didn't really want to go. As well, the idea to learn while I earn attracted me. Now, unfortunately, you don't get paid to go to secondary school or college. I wish you did, but that's just the way things are. However, with an apprenticeship, you're being paid a job you want to do and a job you've chosen to do as well, which is especially key for young people who want to earn a bit of extra cash as well. Now, identifying the right apprenticeship for me. Funnily enough, I didn't start at Invotra. I started at Jaguar Land Rover doing a vehicle technician apprenticeship. After my trial, I finished my trial and realised again, this wasn't really for me. Even though I loved the cars around me, I loved the workshop, I didn't enjoy the job on hand. So after a few knockbacks, I finally found Invotra, and it's safe to say, I haven't looked back since then. Fired up about? What am I fired up about? Well, I'm fired up about starting my career at 17. A few years ago, if you were to tell me at 17 or 18, I'll be sat here doing presenting, I wouldn't believe you. But thanks to my apprenticeship, I'm able to have opportunities like these and take them for granted as well. So what am I doing? I'm undertaking a level 3 technical sales apprenticeship. This is my role. It's between 12 to 15 months, halfway through it, and as well, it's safe to say I love it. My role is your everyday today sales role, and it is one of the most amazing things I've ever been able to accomplish. So who am I working for? I'm working for the National Apprenticeship Awards SME Employer of the Year for 2019. Now at Invotra, we have won many awards for our work with apprentices and apprenticeships. Over 50% of our workforce are actually graduated apprentices, and after seeing this statistic, I thought it was a no-brainer. I had to see what it was all about, and it's safe to say Invotra do take heavy pride in their apprentices. Another thing is to be part of Invotra's growth. Now, I know I'm going to grow personally and professionally with this job role, but one thing I'm able to do is witness corporate growth firsthand. Because Invotra are the biggest or the smallest of companies, I can see this corporate growth firsthand, and it is really motivating to know I'm a piece of the Invotra puzzle. So looking beyond into the future, I want to pass my apprenticeship with flying colours and achieve a distinction grade, and I'm working very hard to ensure that I can achieve a distinction to work on and upwards after my level 3. as Ali said, to be in charge of my own successful sales team. Like, ever since joining sales, I've always wanted to own my own team, and relating back to as a kid playing football and guiding others to success, I really hope I can do the same in the world of sales. Also, is gaining further qualifications without debt. Now, as I mentioned with university, once you come back, you do have a debt to pay off. However, with an apprenticeship, after you finish your level 3, you can work to a level 4, a level 5, or a level 6 without paying any additional fees, which I think is truly amazing for people who don't really fancy paying those large fees to go to university. And finally, is to one day have my own apprentice or apprentices. Now, the reason why I chose to add this into my slide deck is because I want to give back to the apprenticeship community. I want to give someone the opportunity that I had at 17, whether they be younger or older, it does not matter. The opportunity for an apprenticeship is what really matters for them. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope I fired some of you up.